Good morning, guys. It is time for another Man Up Monday. I am Rick Clemons, the gay man's life coach, and kind of everything else. I'm a little coming out coach guy. I got other stuff going on. I even have a podcast coming up next month called, 40 plus, Real Men, Real Talk. So if you are 40 plus, even if you're not 40 plus, plan on checking that out. And I'll keep you posted here on Man Up Mondays as well. But anyway, how was your weekend? I hope it was pretty amazing. Mine was great. Hubby and I went down to LA to see Hello, Dolly. We were a little disappointed because Betty Buckley was supposed to be in it, and she wasn't. But hey, the understudy, she was amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't remember her name, but she was really, really good. So, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. What happened this weekend, besides pouring down rain and then clearing up and having some really great wine yesterday, what happened this weekend was when we got to LA, we got to hang out with some friends that we hadn't seen in a while. And as I was sitting there around the table, chatting, having a great time, I realized, wow, connection is amazing. When we really, when we fucking give ourselves permission to really connect with someone. Now, this was pretty easy because these were friends that I've known for a few years, but it was so good to reconnect. And that got me thinking, but what was it that made me connect in the first place? And as I sat looking at my friend Paul and my friend Salmia and my friend Kat, and even looking at my husband, I thought, what was that initial spark, that initial connection? And why don't we connect? What are we afraid of? And I know for me as a gay man, when I was trying to step into our community and starting to make connections and friendships, there were times I was petrified. There were times that I'm like, look at somebody and they turn away and I'm like, okay, well, they're not interested. And then there were times that I would connect with someone and the next thing I know, there was no connection. And as I sat there Saturday at the breakfast table in the restaurant, it made me realize sometimes connection, it isn't about the other person. It's about us. And the more we make it about us, the less connected we get. And I remember that a few years ago, and I couldn't tell you who it was, somebody at a networking event said something really powerful. They said, the more interested you are, the more interesting people will be in you. Okay, I'm going to say that again. The more interested you are, the more interesting people will find you. Because here's the thing, guys. Every single one of us does this. It's like we get in a conversation, and before we know it, and I'm really bad at this, and I'm going to tell a little tattletale on myself because something else happened yesterday that got me back to this whole connection thing. But here's the thing. We get so involved wanting everybody to tune into us that we forget to tune into them. And each time I am truly interested in someone else, because we all want that, all of us are human, we want it to be about me, 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 me. But if we find that beautiful balance of truly being interested in somebody else, 9 times out of 10, they're going to find us really interesting. And so as I sat there Saturday at breakfast looking at this, I'm like, yeah, I was really interested in Paul because of what he does, and his family because they're Filipino, and then the connection to his wife, which I finally got to meet. And there were just things I was really interested in Paul. And then I met my friend Salmia, and she's just an amazing, deep spiritual person. And I remember that was something that I found so interesting. And the more I asked questions about things and about her mom and, her father passing and all this sort of stuff, I realized it was because I was really interested. And then I met Kat, Paul's wife. And then, of course, I met my husband. And I thought, wow, a lot of the reasons these relationships started was because I was interested in them first. So let's roll forward 24 hours later. I was working yesterday morning trying to get stuff done. It was a hell of a day. And I couldn't get anything done right. And finally, by like 2 o'clock, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done as much as I can do. I can't go any further. And so hubby and I took off to go do some wine tasting because we live just a little ways away from wine country here, not like 3 miles down the road, like literally, like right. I could leave right now and be in a winery in like 5 minutes. Not that I would because it's Monday morning. But give me 8 to 11 o'clock, I might go do that. I'm just kidding. So we go, and then we we went one place by ourselves, and then we met some friends. Or actually, went two places by ourselves, and we met some friends at one of the wineries that we all belong to. And I realized as I sat down, I wasn't interested. I was on my phone. I was kind of listening, but not listening. And there was some stuff going on that I had to kind of like fix for my business that was happening, even though it was a Sunday. There was some weird technology stuff going on. And then one of our friends, as we was leaving, he said, okay, give me a hug. And I was already kind of out the door. And he goes, or not. And that was when it hit me. I actually made him feel like I wasn't interested. In fact, he just got a new job, and I asked him a little bit about that. And then the other friend, I was just kind of listening to him. And then I thought, Rick, you're wanting to connect and have friendships. What are you going to do? Not be interested in people? Because the more I'm not interested, the less likely that I'm going to find friends. And that's why I wanted to talk about this today, because we all get so wrapped up and get so busy in this stuff that we forget to be interested in people. So your Man Up Monday challenge for this week is to see how many people you can truly be interested in, and just see what the fuck happens if you do that. If you're more interested, what will happen? All right, so that's it. Have a great week. Tune into Life Uncloseted this week. We got a great interview. If you don't know about that, that's my other podcast. And stay tuned, because in March, we're going to have 40 plus Real Men, Real Talk. Take care, guys. Thanks for being here. And I hope these little Man Up Mondays are helpful. Bye-bye.